Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ed.
And I'm Barb.
And we're the Streeters.
Welcome to the RDRV Glass Studio Q&A. Tonight, we'll be having a Q&A and a giveaway and glass cutting demo.
We got it going on tonight. Welcome to the RDRV channel in beautiful downtown Conway, South Carolina. And the humidity is like almost zero today. It feels like, I know it's not, but it must be at least 50 or 60%, which means it's nothing. You actually, it's 89 degrees and you're not breaking a sweat. It's great. It's a beautiful day.
Welcome, CM. Welcome, Rochelle. Good to see everyone. We're so glad to see you. For those of you that don't know what we do here, we do a live Q&A every Monday night at 7 o'clock.
That's right, Barb. And we try not to deviate from that 7 o'clock. By trying not to deviate, that means we try not to go on vacation. So that we're here on Monday nights with all our friends.
Okay.
It's so good to see everybody.
Hello, Margot from Ontario. Patricia. Kathy Roberts is here. Welcome. And
welcome, everybody.
We'll just wait a few minutes for people to come on. For those of you that this is your first time, Ed and I have been teaching stained glass. Well, Ed's been teaching stained glass for over 35 years. And when the pandemic hit, we decided to teach on YouTube. And
so Barb and I have created a lot of videos. And then we thought, well, you know what? It's might be better to talk to you live in person and answer your questions while they're fresh in your mind. So we've started this channel, and you know what? We're really happy with it, and we're happy with all the new friends that we've met through this YouTube channel. It's really awesome.
I'd like to say hello to Scott and Larry. Ray's here. It's 69 degrees in Pittsburgh. Yay!
Ooh,
Julie is here. Hello, Julie. Good to see you. And Joan is here. So Linda's here from Cincinnati. I think I've got everybody. Margot's here from Ontario, and Tom Sharp is here.
Awesome. We got a lot of people checking in tonight. And you know what? Like Barb said a little bit ago, we do have a giveaway. And tonight's giveaway word is, tell us what it is, Barb.
Oh, let me share it with you.
What's our giveaway word for tonight?
Glass chat.
Giveaway word is hashtag
glass chat.
Glass chat.
So just remember that.
Just enter that in the question box, and you'll be automatically entered into the drawing. And that drawing will come at the end of our show tonight. And no, you don't have to be present to win, but we sure would like you to stick around. So see who wins, because it makes everybody happy to see who wins.
AK Martinez is here. Joan is here from Ohio.
Awesome. Great. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
So,
this was
go
wonderful.
Ahead and put that in there. If I've missed anyone, I'm sorry. But thank you, everyone.
Wearing my green RDRV hat tonight. My faded green RDRV hat tonight.
Yeah. So do you want to start with some? Well, let's wait just a little bit before we start with any questions, because we still have people popping in.
Yeah, and we want to make sure tonight that we don't miss your questions. So, we're getting ready. Everything's lined up right now, and we did have some nice questions that actually came in during the week, and we were able to get those printed out last night. So again, if you get your questions in for us for Monday night's Q&A on Sunday before 6 p.m., we'll try and get it printed out and get it on the air for Monday night's show. So we give you until Sunday evening, but if you get it in there on Monday morning, we can't get it that quick, but we will look at it and we'll try to either answer you personally or we'll bring it up on the following week's chat. Right, Barb?
That's right. Okay. Sometimes I make exceptions if I have times, and I think I did make an exception this week. So I think I got them all. Even ones that came in today.
She is a great girl, y'all.
If I have time, but I can't make promises. Rochelle is here, and she's been away for a couple months. She had the COVID. It's good to have you back, Rochelle.
Oh, wow.
Is it Rochelle that said that to me? I hope that's... Yes, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're back. Glad you're back. Mike Waite is here. And, good to see everybody. Larry Mary. Danielle is here.
Great.
Okay. All
So
right.
hey, and those of you that are in the waning background, we want to say hello to you too from Barb and Ed here at the RDRV channel. And you know what? A lot of times, if this helps you in your stained glass endeavors, some of the questions that come up from our subscribers, some of them that you don't even subscribe, you just tune in every weekend. We love it. But if you're in the background, it's really hard for you to ask a question to us unless you come into the room itself. So we invite you in. It's free. Please come in, ask your question, and we'll try and answer it tonight for you or any other Monday Night Live. Want to say hi to everybody that's out there. My nephew, Dennis, my great nephew, Bradley. And so just want to say hi to everybody. Christian, want to say hi to you too. Hope you guys had a great weekend fishing on the Cape.
So let's start with a question.
Let's go, Barb.
Okay. This is a question from the website. Where do you buy glass or get glass? They'd like to build a workshop, but they are in the Philippines. They're looking for suppliers of stained glass.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, if you're in the Philippines, because there is an Air Force base there, you may check with them and they may have a stained glass hobby shop there on the air base where they sell stained glass supplies. Because I would imagine that some of the airmen there on the base probably do stained glass and they would know where to get it. You can order your stained glass supplies from the United States here. However, shipping is just going to eat you up probably getting it to the Philippines. However, you could try because there again, you're just off the southern islands of Japan. You could try and maybe get some supplies from Japan. So
that's a good one. If anyone has any ideas about that, just put it in the chat there and I'll try to answer her because I had no idea. Or him.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, look at the placement where you are in the Pacific Ocean. You're in the southern, just off the southern islands of Japan. So,
okay. So if you have any ideas, put it in the chat so we can get in touch with Bernie and let him know. Because I couldn't help him. Okay. I am on vacation and I'm missing your shows. That's okay.
That's
you can
okay.
watch them when you get back.
Yeah, watch the backlog.
So hard to figure out this time zone business. Have you? He has received. Oh, Christine. She has received her first commissioned orders. Do we collect all up front or just some of the costs?
Well, typically I would think generally in the art industry for a custom order is a 50% deposit is required. And when you do the artwork, you have them approve the artwork and have them sign off on the artwork. So there are no changes to be made after that day. And and then go to work for your customer, get the job completed, and then the balance is due upon completion. Yeah, and if you're shipping it, the balance is due before you ship it.
Right.
Because you never know, there could be a problem. And make sure you insure it and pack it correctly.
Okay.
That's a lot of work.
Ray asked, can you copper foil over copper foil?
Ray, no, because what's going to happen when you touch the soldering iron to it, it's going to separate itself from the other foil. That's typically why you only use like an eighth to a quarter of an inch of overlap when you're foiling your glass pieces anyway. And then you always try to do your overlap on an end up at the top near the crown or somewhere on, preferably I tried to overlap, put my overlap up at the top where the crown is on a lamp, but I would not foil over top of foil because as soon as the top layer of foil heats, it's going to turn loose of the bottom foil. I hope that helps,
Sounds
Ray.
like you've done that before.
Yeah, it's happened because I do a lot of repair work and I've tried to go over the foil that's there without, just kind of smoothing it and not trying to take it off. Yeah. But you know what? Anytime you try and take a shortcut, most of the time it's not going to work out right.
That's
And not saying you're taking a shortcut, but the answer to your question, Ray, is absolutely not, because it won't do what it's supposed to for you.
Yeah, it would be like a
Good
shortcut.
question though, Ray.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it is a good question, because you'd rather know ahead of time, right, than to do it and then find
Yeah,
out
just
what
get
it is.
get the X-Acto knife out and your wire cutters, your wire nippers, and just start taking it apart a little bit at a time.
He said, "Okay, thanks."
You're welcome, my friend.
Okay. When you cut glass, I know you cut on the inside of the pattern. So my question is, when you are putting your pieces together to tack them, do you butt the pieces right up to each other, or do you leave space in between? Like leaving the width of the line of the pattern between the pieces?
Absolutely not. It sounds like you're doing copper foil. So hey, that thin black line, okay, that thin black line should only represent the layers of the two pieces of foil, one on one piece of glass, one on the other. There are in some of our videos, in the beginning videos, take the lessons that we teach about stained glass and about copper foiling and about making patterns and about cutting patterns. If you're doing copper foil, if you've got gaps in between the glass, you're not cutting your glass correctly. So spend a little more time learning how to cut glass. But there should be, your glass inside curve should fit an outside curve, and they should fit together. That black line only represents, in copper foil, represents two pieces of foil, and in lead represents the heart of the lead.
Thank you, Ed.
Hey, and don't forget to subscribe, because why? Barb and I are here every Monday night at 7 o'clock, and we sure would love to have you join us. And don't forget, once you subscribe, there's a bell right up there at the top. You're going to want to click on that. And that's a notification bell, ladies and gentlemen, so that you're notified when we come to you live or with a new video. So don't forget, ring that bell.
We can't get that synchronized, though.
We got it. We're
Okay.
good. We're good. I'm going to mount it to my chair with some double-faced tape.
Comment by mistake. I'm sorry about that, Sandra. Okay. Mary says that she's been working on Christmas ornament commission today. Never too early to start on Christmas.
Absolutely
Thanks so
not.
much, you guys, for your wonderful information. It helped me grow my glass business so much. Well, thank you. That's wonderful. We're glad we could help, Mary, and we're excited for you.
We're excited for you.
And
Yeah.
your career. That's awesome.
Yeah. So if it helped you take off, just stay tuned in. Don't forget about us.
Yeah, don't forget about it.
And we have lots more to learn, because you know what? None of us ever stop learning.
That's right. So Mary Beth wants to know, if I want to connect a flower to a hummingbird, what type of wire should I use to reinforce it? I think we have some of that on our
Yeah, about connecting wire and about reinforcing sun catchers. So if you take a hummingbird and you want to attach a flower to it, the one thing you want to do is make sure that the flower is some shape or form attached to the hummingbird, and then bring the wire from the flower back into the hummingbird so that it's hanging on the hummingbird rather than out in midair.
What type of wire should she use?
16 or 20 gauge pre-tinned copper wire.
And that is on, if you go to Conway Glass and you go to RDRV, there is a
link.
Go to the RDRV page, and there is a link to that particular wire.
Well, it's just to Ed's favorite tools and tricks on our website, on the RDRV page. Is that what it is, Barb? For shopping. So
yeah,
my favorite things that I use all the time are all right there.
Yeah. And so it's, let's see, here it is right here. This is where you go.
So follow that link right there on the page that Barbara's showing you, and that'll get you where you need to go. And you'll see that 16 gauge wire and the 20 gauge wire. And I believe they're in 1 pound spools, but they do, what we have, but they do make them smaller. So once you click on the link, you can get a 1/4 pound spool or a 1/2 pound spool.
Yeah.
I just buy it by the pound because I use so much of it, and it's cheaper that way, especially when you start shipping things these days. It's
We have no sound.
hello,
Do we have sound?
Ray. Do we have sound? Testing 1 2.
I have sound here. Oh, no. Oh, you didn't have sound when we were on the, what was I showing? Okay. I don't know.
I don't know. Do we have sound now, Julie?
Okay. All right.
Yes. Okay. I can hear you. Great.
Okay.
Thanks,
Someone
CM.
said no sound. Sorry about that. Sound is fine.
I keep my hands in one place.
Sometimes we do lose sound.
Yeah. Sound is fine. Thanks, guys, for checking in. We appreciate that. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Linda said she's making her first honeycomb picture for her daughter's birthday. Any special tips for the design?
For the honeycomb is make your pattern, because it's all the same piece of glass. They're just connected differently. So just make your pattern. Actually, I would make a pattern out of for the honeycomb. I would make the pattern out of a manila folder, something heavy, and then I might even laminate that, because the honeycomb, like I said, it's all the same thing. It's just connecting the dots together to make it look like the comb.
Okay. Thank you, Ed. AK Martinez says that they just subscribed to Rapid Resizer to try for a month. Do they use the standard 0.1 line size, or is there a better size? Anyone with Rapid Resizer experience? So what size is that line that it needs to be? I mean, that should be pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it should be pretty straightforward, because we've only printed out one thing on our Rapid Resizer, but we're waiting on some stuff to come in so that we can work with it and get a different line. But you want your line, if you're doing copper foil, you want your line to be the point. I believe it's a 0.1. It's really small, depending on what size you're printing out. The Rapid Resizer will print you 100 pages and make you a 5x7 window real quick. But you're gonna want to make those small lines. So what you would do, why don't you put your pattern in there and click on that line and print it out? It costs you a sheet of paper. Then you'll know what measurement you need to go to. It's kind of like setting your margins on a typewriter. You want to kind of look at it and see what you can come up with, and whether you're doing copper foil or lead. If
anyone on here uses Rapid Resizer, maybe you could answer AK Martinez's question about what size they need to set that at. Should it be the standard size or another with Rapid Resizer for the line?
For the line itself, yeah.
Linda wants to know what white marker is right for marking their pattern on dark glass.
On dark glass, we use the paint pen. It's made by Sharpie, isn't it, Barb?
Yeah, it's a white glass paint pen.
It's a white paint pen. It's even got a ball inside of it. You have to shake it up, and it does come in a fine point or a medium point. And we use a lot of times. Sometimes you can't find white, but gold works really good on dark glass as well.
Or a silver paint pen.
Yeah, silver paint pen.
And they're nice to have in the studio anyway for all kinds of touch-ups and repairs. Okay, Rochelle says she leaves her line at 0.1.
So there you go.
There you go.
There's your answer for leaving your line at 0.1. Yeah.
That's a good question.
And that's a good size line, because it's like a fine tip. It's not a medium tip. It's not a fat, what I call a fat boy, that I use a lot of times when we're bringing in lines that we want to paint and shading that we want. We use a really fat tip Sharpie marker or a fat boy.
So AK Martinez is asking, have we tried the glass eye yet? Any comments or preference on either? I looked into both of them. I think rapid resizer, even for a company our size, is going to work just fine.
Right.
We're going to try it first. So
We're going to try it.
both of them.
Yeah, we went ahead and booked it for a year, and just because we saved some money, and we knew that we couldn't get to it today or tomorrow, so we booked it. We'd look at it. It's on It's on my new computer that Barbara got me. It's at the house, and so we'd look at it and we spend a little bit of time with it. But like today we spent 5 hours getting information ready and packaging ready for a new project that we have coming out. And it's also holding us back because we can't ship some product until we have the correct packaging. Yeah. So, I mean, those are the things, and those of you out there that have to do those kind of things, along with just besides doing stained glass windows and building sun catchers, you understand the process. So those things have to be done. If we don't get the packaging for this product, then we can't ship the product, and then we can't get paid. So go figure that, right?
Go figure that. Okay, Linda says she likes the silver paint pen. It works perfect for her. AK Martinez says she likes the Decor color paint pens. And Linda has a question.
Okay.
Should zinc framing be flat cut or mitered cut? That's a good question.
Well, it's going to be stronger if it's mitered, okay? Because you got more of an area on both sides of that 45 joint than you do on a square cut like that. So if you miter it, to me, it's going to be stronger, and it's actually, you know what? It's going to look better, because if you just butt the two ends, 4 of those ends are going to be open, and which is going to expose the profile of the zinc. So I would miter it. What do you think, Barb? Would you miter it?
Yes. Okay. I was just reading this note from Rochelle. Yeah, that's right, Rochelle. It's I think I had to download it on a different computer too. That was the problem. I couldn't download it on. Well, it wouldn't work on a Chrome. Is that what it was? Or you have to have a CD?
And it wouldn't work on the Chrome either.
Right. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work on the Chrome. So now the rapid resizer works on the Chrome. So, which is what we work off of.
Thomas Sharp loves his Glass Eye 200. And so I think this is going to be a long ongoing conversation.
Well, as
we all start getting up to speed. I know a lot of you already know how to do all this, but this is all new to us.
Well, it's new to us because Barb and I we're old school. We have continuously drawn our patterns by hand for the last 36 years.
That's right.
Drawn them by hand. Your dog, your cat, your grandmother, whatever. We draw it by hand.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good question.
Hey, she's getting me a good one now.
This is a good question. Are you losing weight, Mr. Ed? Because you're looking good. Are you losing weight?
Wants to know? No. Yes, I am actually. The doctor told me that my hip would last longer if I got rid of some of my weight. And you know what? He's been right about everything else thus far. So I'm losing weight. Yes. And thank you for noticing, everybody out there in my fan club.
That's right. How much have you lost?
54 pounds.
54 pounds, my friend. Congratulations.
That stainless steel hip should last 200 or 300 years now.
That's right. Okay. So, talking about last week, we were talking about zinc.
We were, yeah.
And we did a little video on zinc, and we talked about zinc. And so we heard from Ray, and Ray said he likes to use extra fine, 000, or super fine steel wool.
Okay. Yeah, the triple aught
is and quadruple aught. Is that how you say?
Quadruple aught. Yeah.
Okay.
Not is aught.
And so he did recently make a mixture of baking soda and water, and he used the steel wool to clean his sink. And he said the results were awesome. So if you have a sink you need to clean, there you go. So,
well, good, Ray. Awesome.
That's cool.
I'm glad it worked out. It works on stained glass too, not just your sink. So
Yeah.
it works on your
But while
sink
you're
and
at
your
it,
zinc.
clean your stainless steel sink. I
They're
love
just
it.
spelled
I love
different.
it. Okay.
That's awesome, Ray. Thanks for letting us know that, because you know what? These things that we're talking about, even though we try them here in the shop, we want y'all to try them too and give us some feedback on it. Let us know.
Okay. Someone asked, okay, I missed the question, I think. They asked what rapid resizer is. Rapid resizer changes patterns, photos into patterns,
And then prints it out.
And then prints it out.
But it'll print it out on multiple pages, and then you tape it together via the dotted lines that it supplies to you. And it's really, it works. And I think that we've got this large project coming up, and we'll be once I get the frames drawn, by frames or cartoons drawn, then we're going to be printing it out as well on our new printer. So
okay. So let's see. Jean Virgin says she uses a copper scrubby, and that seems to work really good for her.
Well, it does, because the copper is another soft metal, and it's not going to scratch the glass, but it's going to clean everything. But the baking soda, y'all, all it is an acid neutralizer, just like taking Tums for your stomach. It's an acid neutralizer, and if you get all that acid off of there, there's nothing to stop the patina that is designed strictly for coloring tin, which is in your solder, 50-50 or 60-40. If it's clean, there's nothing there to stop it from doing its job, and it's going to work like a dream for you. So
that is cool. Very cool. Okay. So do you want to go to, are we ready for, here's a question. Does a 19.5 wide by 20.5 high window need rebar?
I thought we answered that last week.
And Linda might not have been here.
You might not have been here.
It's behind window glass, and it is protected that way, but it gets very hot.
Actually, no. That size, as long as it's supported all the way around the edges by a piece of molding, you should be fine at something 19.5 by 20.5. It's basically square, so it's really strong as a bull. And if your lead lines, your lead lines are holding it up. They're not going to move vertically.
I would imagine it's supported all the way around with either trim or
molding or something,
or push points or whatever. So if it's all the way around, it should be fine.
It should be fine.
Okay. Kathy Roberts said for an occasional resize up to 30-inch blueprint, the blueprint office will print for you. They charge a fee.
Yeah, they charge it. It's because of the paper that they use, because
and
and there's a lot of ink involved in that.
Yeah,
but
we do that sometimes. We used to do that all the time for our large church windows.
Yeah, for our large church windows, we just go get them printed out and make 3 copies of them and then laminate them, and we're done. So that's great. That's great, Barb.
You need to be looking at the camera.
That's great. So don't forget tonight's word. No, don't forget, y'all. Tonight's word is hashtag Glass Chat for our giveaway at the end of the program tonight. So
do you want me to do
just
Glass Chat?
No, you don't have to. It's up to you. We're doing it. We're doing it.
I should.
We're doing it. We got it going on.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, let me find it.
And I want to say hi to my 2 Maine men up in Maine.
Okay, so we can go to Glass Chat.
We can. And, we've had a couple of questions that have been asked to us, and it's basically about these glass manufacturers. They put these labels on these sheets of glass for you, and it's awesome that they do that. I thank them. But you know what? Eventually you need to use that piece of glass, and that sticker doesn't always come off. Okay. So I'm going to show you just a simple way to clean the label off of your, I want you to see what's happening here. Look at this. Guess what? Thanks, Oceanside. I appreciate that. So anyway, what I want to share with you tonight is when this comes off, you need to take a single edge razor blade, but you can't do it back and forth like that. Okay. And you can't do it dry. Number one, it's got to be wet. Okay. It's got to be wet. And this razor blade should only move in one direction. Okay. Just like that. Just one direction. Because if you rock it back and forth, two things are happening right now. The razor blade is gliding on the glass cleaner, but the glass cleaner is thinner than the paper. So we're not getting any scratches, okay? So you can see that it's coming up, and we're going to wet this just a little bit more. If you sit here and do like this, you're going to scratch the fire out of that piece of glass, and the only thing it's going to be good for is fusing, because that's the only thing that's going to take that scratch out of it, okay? So I want you to see this. It's all one motion, just like that, okay? So now this is all gone, including the glue that was on it. And let's see.
Do we have paper towels?
Probably not, but that's okay. We're
No,
good.
you go ahead, put it back up there. I'll get paper
So
towels.
after all of that, it's a simple single edge razor blade that you should have in your studio anyway, okay? And we're just going to slide it one direction, okay? And when you do that, when you slide that razor blade one direction, y'all, you ensure that you're not scratching the glass, and you are removing all of the glue and residue that's left on that piece of glass. So don't forget, if you've got to get a label off of the glass, y'all, you're going to want to wet the glass first, get a brand new single edge razor blade, only use the razor blade in one direction, then wet it again, and one direction again, just in the opposite direction, and that'll remove all the glue. I know it takes a little bit of time, but you know what? This was a piece of System 96 Oceanside right here. So you can imagine how expensive that glass is. And if I'd have just thrown it away because it had a label on it, I would have cheated myself probably out of $25 worth of glass, all because they want to put a label on it. So remember, guys, when you're cleaning labels or have to remove labels, wet them first. And I promise you, it will work. And it will clean up, and it'll definitely is going to look nice. So you know what? Tonight, I got a special piece of glass for you. I told you we're going to give you a new piece of glass every week until we run out of this glass, and we'll be having more glass coming in probably in the next few weeks for our project. So first thing I'm going to do, okay, this is a 140.8 System 96, okay? Just want to make sure, because I took the label off of it, because it was like the worst one that I could find, and I really wanted to share that with you. So tonight's glass show and tell. Tonight's glass show and tell. I'm right here. This is a Yakagani. This is their number 9011. Okay, 9011. And I'm gonna set this right up here.
Oh, okay. That's pretty.
And I want Barbara to see that. And I want y'all to see that. Remember now, this large job that we got going on is all about sunsets and marshes and sunrises. So we want you to see this.
I don't know if you can see that.
I don't know, but I'm gonna bring it in close. So I'm gonna bring it in under the camera.
Okay, let me switch.
Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Is that awesome?
That's pretty. Oh, let me go back. Oh.
And so just in case,
9011,
9011, 9011 Yakagani. And that is just one gorgeous piece of glass. And we'll only be using, small pieces of it, 2 to 3 inches tall by the length of the sheet. And so anyway, Barb, that was a really beautiful sheet of glass to share with everybody.
That was gorgeous.
And I'm sure it's going to be fun to cut because it's Yakagani. And again, when we're cutting glass, just because it's textured or goofy or thick, don't change the cutter head pressure. Continue the cutter head pressure evenly, start to finish. It'll make you smile and a lot less frustration.
That's right. Okay, so don't forget, put in the word of the day so you could
Hashtag
be entered
glass
into
chat.
entered into the glass chat. And I'm having trouble getting comments, so bear with me just a second. Yep. There we go. Okay. Mary said you could just frame that.
You could, Mary, right? It's awesome. It's
Yes.
some of the glasses that we're going to be showing you over the next few weeks are you're right. Why don't we just put them in a frame and hang them and sell them?
How about if the label is on textured glass?
That's going to require you, of course, to take your time with the single edge razor blade. And then you're going to need to, what I've done and had to do in the past is I say a few choice words for the person that put the label on the textured side, but then I go ahead and clean it up and usually you can use a little bit of lacquer thinner and a little bit of or acetone, and it'll break the paper down and the glue all at the same time. So I hope that helps you.
Yeah, that is. That is good. Okay, let me see if we have any more questions.
Bring us up some questions.
Let's go to, how about if we go to the glass demo, the live glass demo? You want to do that?
We can.
Okay, let's do that.
I guess I'm ready, Barb.
Let's do that. Okay.
Okay, I guess I'm ready.
All right.
I guess I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody,
see.
tonight I just had a question that was dropped in my mailbox to me about or circles. They wanted to make is on our website. This is Ed's pick for a circle strip cutter. And I love this
Sorry
little
about
thing.
that. They couldn't hear you. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it back? Is it back now? It should be back now.
Is the sound back?
Okay, let's wait a minute. We're trying to get the sound back. Yes, it's back.
All right. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Sorry about that.
Darn.
I don't know what happened, but
All right.
it was
So
probably
anyway,
my fault.
this is my glass cutter, my circle cutter that I had since day one when we went into business in 1986. So I love this thing, and I keep it in this box. It doesn't come out of this box unless I'm using it. But anyway, so the best way to do this, of course, is your index finger goes here, and I like to use it like a centrifuge. I like to wind it up and push down. And do not, and I'll repeat, do not go over the score, okay? So this one is close enough to the end. I'm going to put my index finger knuckle underneath of it and pull down. Do you see the run? Now, what you do is you put your index finger behind the run, not in front, but behind the run. Are we in there? There we go. This is where the run is.
Yes.
I'm moving my thumb right here, okay? Ready? Back, stay behind it, pull down, turn, pull down, turn, stay behind the run using your index finger knuckle as a bridge and your thumb as the fulcrum. Okay, so that's what's pulling down, and there we go. Did you hear that pop? We made it to the other end with no craziness going on. So what we want to do now, glass breaks 2 times. Now we're going to break it the other way. Ready? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Glass breaks at an angle. So we're going to come around. We're going to pop it again. And now we're all set. Okay? So this will come right out just like that. So using the circle cutter takes a little bit of practice, especially the smaller the circle gets, but it does take a little bit of practice. But once you get it down, even this would make a nice Christmas ornament with some overlays on if it were a colored glass. So keep in mind, practice on clear glass. It's the softest glass you can buy. Then when you get very confident with it, switch over to colored glass because the whole game changes at that point. Y'all, this is Ed for the glass demo. I hope that showed you a little something. And don't forget, the Glass Star Circle Strip Cutter is wonderful for your studio needs. Ed has a lot of different circle cutters. This is just the smallest one. And this is the one that I'm sharing with you because this is the one that belongs in your studio. Thanks again. This is Ed. I'm here for the glass cutting demo and the RDRV channel. You're welcome, Barb.
That was very good.
Well, I hope, cutting is like, woo.
It's the hardest part.
Cutting glass is really the hardest part. Now, what happened is where that little edge right there, when I pushed down on it, that little edge right there, that's where I went just a half of a rotation back onto the the initial score, and that's what caused it to break off to the side there when I pulled down on it. So
that's awesome.
Anyway, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
I hope
really
you enjoyed that.
We really like it. I love watching Ed cut glass. Always learn something.
She does. She's been watching me cut glass for like 35 years, 36 years.
Okay. So, yeah.
Thank you, Ray.
Thanks, Ray. Thanks, everyone. So let's talk a little bit about membership. Now we're going to have a drawings coming up. It's coming up.
And don't forget, it's hashtag glass chat.
Don't forget, everybody go in because we got a lot of people here tonight, and a lot of people do not have glass chat.
But a lot of y'all are subscribers, and you know what? Thank you so much.
Make that glass chat all one word, y'all. Glass chat, all one word. Let me show it to you, just like this.
So remember, it's hashtag glass chat, all one word, lowercase. Come, if you think you put it in wrong, enter again. Let's go with it.
Yeah, if you made it 2 words, just enter it again. You're okay. Put it back in. Glass chat, 1 word.
Yeah.
Okay?
And thanks for letting us know. If we have a problem with our audio or our video, please let us know. right away so that we can try and get that fixed.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got something new to share with everybody tonight. Tonight is our first night that we have actually set up a membership fan club for RDRV.
Yes.
So you can check it out. Nothing's going to change. You don't have to join or
change.
spend money. Nothing's going to change about Monday nights. The only thing that changes are the perks that you can enjoy prior to Monday nights and prior to new videos coming out, or what do you call those new videos? What do you call them? Premieres. So when you join, you become a member of the RDRV channel. It's $4.99 a month. Just I don't know. Don't get a soda at the drink club or something. I don't know.
It's called the RDRV fan club,
and we love it. And we hope you guys like it.
And you'll get behind the scenes photos. We're also doing early access to the new tutorials. So when a new video, say we set up a premiere for a video.
On Friday night at 8 o'clock.
On Friday night at 8 o'clock. And the members will get that premiere, will get that video 24 hours ahead. So you'll be first on there to
I know it doesn't sound like much, but what this little project, the fan club, is going to help Barbara and I bring you better quality videos. It's going to help us expand our channel so that we can help even more people. So those things, again, nothing is going to change about the way things are going right now. You don't have to become a member. You already are a subscriber. And you know what? Subscriptions matter, because the only reason we're here is from the subscriptions. Right, Barb?
Right. That's right. Another thing, we'll connect with y'all on a social media platform. So we'll have more communication about, okay, we know who, we know what platforms you're on. Let's be friends. So we will connect on social media with y'all.
Yeah. So
and we will have a once a month member only live stream
on a Saturday.
It won't be a Q&A. The Q&As, everything stays the same here for our channel. Glass chat, demos, that type of thing. This members only is going to be more of a feedback. You tell us what you like, what you don't like, and so that we can all get the channel going in the direction that you guys need, and the way it's going to help you the most.
Yeah, because this is the channel. This is your channel.
So you also get badges for how long you've been in.
Right.
And we'll have some fun as our membership grows. We'll have some fun with emojis. So we'll have all kinds of emojis.
Yeah, we'll have some different giveaways. And so we want to say hi to EP, who said they finally made it to a live chat. Thanks for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah. So if you go to the RDRV homepage, there's a little box there, and you can just go to memberships, like across the top. There's a place that has community and
it's one of the pages.
So just go to membership, click on it, and it'll list out for you all the different perks that you get.
Yeah. And like I said, nothing's going to change. We had some inquiries about having a membership. So we thought, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it, but we also have our stickers, our super stickers, and our, things like that. So anyway, whatever, it's all good. And we want to say hi to everybody that's just tuning in. Some of you back there in the wanes of the back room, come on and tune in and go ahead and subscribe to our channel.
Okay. Okay. We should be back now.
What in the world happened?
Amy says she's new to stained glass and would like to make a pattern. 5x7, I imagine. What is that? 5x7 inches?
If she's new to stained glass, I'm going to say
5x7 desk frame.
Yeah.
Is there any patterns or pattern books you could recommend? Thank you so much for all your help. We talked about that last week on the live
The
stream.
patterns that are available.
The best stained glass pattern book with it has like 25 patterns in it.
Well, that's a lamp book that we
No, the one we talked about last week.
Oh, the beginner stained glass
beginning stained
glass book. There's a book on our website, and Barbara will show you. She'll click up and show you the website address so that you can go there. But there's a book there, beginner stained glass book. It's $17.50. It's probably the best book on the market for beginners. Also, it's going to teach you a lot about design, and it's also got patterns in it. And then another great source for patterns are coloring books and what do you call it, Barb? The needlepoint books, right? Needlepoint quilting books,
right?
Are great pattern books.
Sources for ideas.
Yeah, they're sources. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're back, right?
Are we back? Everybody, we're back. We're good.
And AK Martinez says Spectrum has a ton.
Spectrum Glass still has their free patterns. That's good. You know, they used to have a magazine that they put out all the time, or they would go in a magazine called Score.
Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but we are back, right?
Yeah,
okay.
We're back.
Let's get this. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Everything got all
crazy back
there for a minute.
Yeah. So don't forget hashtag Glass Chat, all one word, because that's gonna enter you in the drawing tonight when we get ready to head out of here later on this evening.
Okay. So B said that she thinks that she missed it earlier, but what thickness does she make the line for her pattern? And that answer to that is
the regular Sharpie, but brand new. And the regular Sharpie, but brand new.
The line of a regular Sharpie.
The line of a regular Sharpie. And the width.
A new one.
A brand new one, not a used one, but the width that you need to be cutting your line with is go to our video and where patterns, shears versus razor blade trick. Do the razor blade trick and let me know how much you like it compared to your pattern shears for copper foil. When you're cutting out your pattern and you're using the razor blade trick, you're going to fall in love with it. It'll change your stained glass techniques.
I'll put that video on the community page and send it out for those of you that don't know about the razor blade pattern cutting trick that Ed shows.
Yeah, so let's say hi to Jason tonight. Hi, Jason.
He doesn't like you to call
I know
it. Okay. Razor blade trick really improved my pattern cutting and more fits.
Okay, so when you use a razor blade trick, there is no room for error because you can't make an error. That's the beauty of it. And if tune in, check out the the video that's available, because again, once you build your razor blade cutting tool, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And don't use any other tape around your razor blade but the electrical tape, because the rubber tape is going to help you hold on to it. And it's also going to allow you to keep the razor blades in check so that they don't tear.
Bradley says, hey. Hey, Bradley.
Hey, Bradley.
Okay. Taylor Hutchison wants to know how we first got into stained glass and should an aspiring professional do an apprenticeship? Yes.
Yes, I got into stained glass out of pure necessity from getting laid off for the winter.
And he apprenticed.
And I apprenticed under my boss's wife, who was a stained glass artist. And rather than being laid off that winter because, Yeah,
Economy.
they were the economy, and they were still putting cranes
It
up.
was in the 80s.
It was in the 80s. And so anyway, I apprenticed over the winter with her and just fell in love with it. I mean, I fell in love with the process of stained glass. I already knew how to cut glass, but I didn't know how to cut art glass. I already knew how to draw, but I didn't know how to draw patterns. So all of those things came into play as I learned throughout that winter about designing stained glass windows, about hand beveling glass, about design and fabrication and reinforcing. And oddly enough, y'all, this big project that we just recently got, that winter that I was learning how to do stained glass, we restored 2 windows in this particular restaurant back then that are still there. And it's oddly enough, the broken glass that we took out of it was given back to us for this project 35 years later. So anyway, that's
We're going back in time.
We're going back in
there for a
time,
minute.
and Ray, I know you like my stories, but I got nudged on the knee. It's time to move
I
on.
didn't nudge him.
I know.
didn't.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
Julie says, why do you like lead nippers you sell versus the other nippers?
Because of the way they feel in your hand. And the other reason that I like those nippers is because they are sharp as the day is long, and that they're the only nipper that I found that you can miter with.
So that's why. But I mean, there may be other good
And the
nippers
big
there.
dilemma is that I don't even know if we have any in stock.
I think we have like a couple. I
We
haven't
may,
checked
and if we
recently,
do, you better go ahead online and order
but I
them.
think Julie has a pair.
Okay,
doesn't
but
she?
I love those. I love my nipper, my Leopold nippers.
Okay. Mary Beth says she tried glass pattern shears and she does not care for them. I'm going to put that razor blade video up in the community page. So you guys that are subscribed, you'll get that. You'll get that in a message. It'll just say here, I'll just say, here's that, what we talked about. And you know, then you'll have it and you can save it and look at it.
Yeah, and check it out
And
because
share it.
there's something about, those pattern shears. Those pattern shears will make you
Crazy.
drive over a bridge and throw them in the water.
Yeah. You really want to throw them
You
in
really
the
want
trash.
to throw
don't
them
you?
in the trash. But I will tell you a secret about pattern shears. Just a short story, Barb.
Okay. Hey. Don't mind
This is a
that.
short story, but I will tell you a secret. If you use the very back of the jaw and take short nips, they cut a lot better. So anyway, just want to tell you that. It's when
Okay.
you take long stride cuts that they don't work worth a darn.
Okay.
And you can make the razor blade trick for lead, just add, make it wider. Just
Okay.
follow the directions.
What are we giving away today? You want to
Oh,
show us?
Yeah, this is what we're giving away.
Okay. Well,
Again,
let
y'all,
me
this is
change
another
this. Okay.
This is another pendant
Let's take it out of the back.
that we've made using the glass from the live oak tree project that is permanently displayed here in the nation, one of the nation's top 10 sculpture gardens called Brookgreen Garden.
So that's the pendant, and it comes with a little card that tells a little bit of the story and where
About the glass
window's
and where the
located
window is. Yeah.
and all that. We're still waiting for those to come in. So these little pendants that we're giving away will be shipped sometime between now
And the 1st of
and
July.
the 30th.
Yeah, I said the 1st. I don't know.
I don't know what happened. But anyway,
Oh, Ray, thanks. You're too kind about my stories.
he does. He's got good stories. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do the drawing because I think let's see how many people we have.
How many people do we have, Barb?
Let's put that right there. We have 30 entries. So if you guys
If you guys haven't had time to enter yet, please go ahead and do so. Hashtag Glass Chat, all one word, lowercase.
Yeah.
And don't forget, please subscribe to our channel. And when you subscribe, go ahead and click on the notification bell. Because
Okay.
when you do that, you're notified about every little thing that Barb and I are doing.
All right. Thank you guys for watching tonight. We really do appreciate it.
It's greatly appreciated.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to go ahead and do the drawing. Okay,
everybody,
Here
hold
we
on to
go.
your hat.
And I hope you can see this because
here we go.
Dennis Kennedy.
Dennis.
Oh my gosh.
That's too funny.
That is too funny. Okay, congratulations, Dennis Kennedy. You won a pendant. And so if you will go to our webpage and send us an email, we will send you the link that you need to send that to. So just go to our website and send us a message with your address, and we will get that out to you. You just need to go to the Conway.
Great, y'all. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. You guys are more awesome than you even know. So we appreciate you watching the RDRV channel tonight. And don't forget, now you can ask us questions throughout the week up until 6 p.m. on Sunday. And then we'll have them for next Monday night's live chit chat. Lots of congratulations. They're coming at you from all of our viewers, Dennis, on a congratulations. Thanks for watching tonight.
So I missed something. Okay.
Well, I'm glad. And you know what? Hey,
okay,
Simplicity in the South is tuned in tonight. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Simplicity in the South.
All right. So Jason was just kidding when he said don't say his name. Okay. So thank you guys so much. And we look forward to seeing you next week.
So before we tune off, I'm going to share something with you. Ray always says, where's dinner tonight? So tonight, everybody get your pen and paper out. I'm going to share a recipe with you. It's very quick. It's very easy. And it entails 2 pounds of chicken thighs. Are y'all ready? 2 pounds of chicken thighs, 3/4 of a cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder.
I don't want you to forget anything.
A teaspoon of onion powder. And the other thing that I put in it was a teaspoon of chili powder and a teaspoon of paprika. Mix that sauce together. And then put 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in it in a small saucepan. Mix all that together. Cook it down just a little bit to heat it up and melt the brown sugar. Take half, okay? Hey, if I'm moving too fast, all you got to do is watch the video again.
I think they're here. Go ahead.
So here we go. So you take half of the barbecue sauce mixture, put it in a bowl, throw 2 pounds of chicken thighs in it, slosh it up, coat them thoroughly, and put it on your air frying pan for your oven. Put it on a grated, it's got a grate on it over a pan. Put that in there. Put it in the oven on 425 for 20 minutes. Flip it over, coat the chicken thighs with some of the sauce that you have left over. Not what was in the bowl. Get rid of that. Use what the other half that's left over. Put that back in the oven, 20 minutes, 425. Flip it over to the first side. Coat it well with the rest of the remaining sauce. Put the oven on broil for 4 minutes. Watch it now because it'll take off like a rocket. Put the oven on broil for 4 minutes, y'all. 4 minutes, not 5. 4 minutes, because that's all you're going to need. And it's going to crisp that chicken up. You're going to think it was on your gas grill. But like last night, you didn't have to stand outside in the rain and the thunder and the lightning and do it. So enjoy Ed's oven-safe barbecue chicken mixture with chicken thighs. Safe cooking, everybody.
I'll post the exact recipe in case you forgot any ingredients. And I'll put that on the community page along with that link for
but if you do, it only makes like a cup and a half of sauce.
That book.
Yeah.
For the book? What else do we need a link for?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think we're going to head out of here and go eat
It
leftovers.
does sound good, Ray. I try not to eat a whole lot of fried stuff anymore, and it's delicious.
It's
so.
good. And we have leftovers because Ed made it last night. So we're going to go home and eat. If we don't have any more questions, we're going to head out and look for a new video this week.
Yeah,
and,
got one coming up.
We appreciate y'all.
And then we're going out of town next Monday to do a repair job. So we'll have a video on that whole process.
Okay. We'll see y'all next week.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. We appreciate.
Good to see you.
We always have this problem at the end. It doesn't want to leave.
That's okay. We don't want